We're about to dive into this incredible, hidden electrical system that powers your every single move, every thought, and every heartbeat. And believe it or not, it all comes down to one critical element. Come on, we've all heard this one, right? It's classic advice. You get a muscle cramp, somebody, somewhere, tells you to go grab a banana. It's simple, it's memorable, and hey, there's actually a little bit of truth to it. But what if that cramp is more than just, well, a cramp? What if it's a little warning light from your body's complex electrical grid telling you something's a little bit off? Because the story of potassium, it's so much bigger than just a piece of fruit. Yeah, that's because potassium isn't just another nutrient on a food label. It's a fundamental part of what makes us, well, us. It is quite literally the spark of life. I mean, just think about that for a second. Every single nerve impulse, every time you flex a muscle, and the steady, reliable rhythm of your heart, all of it depends on this one electrolyte. It's like the master conductor for your body's entire internal orchestra. So to really wrap our heads around this, we have to start thinking of our bodies in a completely new way, as this super sophisticated electrical machine. Your brain, your muscles, your heart, they all run on electricity. So how is all that electricity even generated? Well, it's this beautiful, intricate dance between two partners, potassium and sodium. As you can see right here, potassium hangs out inside your cells, while its partner, sodium, is on the outside. And every time they swap places across that cell membrane, zap, they create a tiny electrical spark. Every one of those sparks adds up to power your entire body. But, just like any electrical system, it is all about balance. If those levels of potassium and sodium get out of whack, the whole system can start to short circuit, and that can lead to some really serious problems. And this imbalance isn't just one single thing. It can actually go in two totally different and equally dangerous directions. We're going to look at both, but then we're really going to focus on the one that's particularly sneaky. Okay, so take a look at this. The key thing to see here is just how different these two states are. On one side, you have low potassium, or hypokalemia. That's the one we kind of associate with weakness and cramping. But the real danger? It can lead to life-threatening, irregular heartbeats. But then you look at the other side, high potassium, hyperkalemia. And this is what's absolutely terrifying. Look at that symptom column. Often there's nothing, no warning signs at all before it becomes so dangerous it can actually stop your heart cold. So while both low and high potassium are really dangerous, it's that lack of warning signs with high potassium that leads us to the most critical part of this whole story, the silent dangers that can be lurking inside our own bodies. Yeah, one of these conditions, because it so often shows absolutely no symptoms until it's far, far too late, has earned a pretty chilling nickname, the silent killer. The reason hyperkalemia is just so dangerous is that it can build up in your blood without you feeling a single thing. This is a massive risk for people with kidney disease because if your kidneys can't filter out that excess potassium, the levels just keep rising and rising until all of a sudden, your heart just stops. Okay, so if you can't always rely on symptoms, how in the world do you get a clear signal about what's really happening inside your body's electrical system? Well, you need a test that is incredibly precise. And this is where the technology comes in. The best method is called Ion-Selective Electrodes, or ISE. And the key word here is selective. Think of it like a special filter that's designed to only see potassium. It uses this membrane that just ignores all the other noise in your blood, giving you an unbelievably precise measurement. And that precision is so important because the safe range for potassium in our bodies is tiny. And this analogy just nails it. Trying to figure out your potassium levels without a test like this is like trying to tune a grand piano just by listening. An ISE test, on the other hand, is like using a perfectly calibrated tuning fork. It's the difference between guessing and knowing for sure. So, this brings us to the most important takeaway from all of this. When the stakes are this high, we're talking about your heart and muscles, you just can't afford to guess. You have to test. But who really needs this kind of monitoring the most? So who should really be paying close attention? Well, people on certain blood pressure medications are at risk. Things like diuretics can make you lose too much potassium, while other drugs like ACE inhibitors can cause it to build up. If you have any kidney issues, monitoring is absolutely critical because your body's main filtering system isn't working at 100%. The same goes for anyone with heart arrhythmias or even just severe unexplained cramps. This isn't just a random checkup. For these groups, it's essential. Now, it's really crucial to understand this next point. It's so easy for us to think, hey, I eat well, I get enough potassium, I must be fine. But you could eat bananas all day long, and if your kidneys aren't working right or a medication is interfering, you could still be in the danger zone. A healthy diet is vital, of course, but it doesn't automatically guarantee a healthy balance. And here's the great news. Finding out exactly where you stand is incredibly simple. You don't need any special prep, no fasting. It's just a standard blood draw, and the results come back fast. And that speed is key. We're talking a one-day turnaround. That means you and your doctor get the data you need to make immediate adjustments to meds or your diet. When it comes to your body's electrical grid, you just can't afford to wait weeks for an answer. So, we'll end with this question. Your body is an incredible, complex machine that literally runs on tiny sparks of electricity. Knowing your potassium level is like checking the charge on your battery. It's that fundamental. So, do you know how well you're charged?